Welcome back to the Freedom Equation, where I give you the numbers, the math, and the strategy to help you achieve your financial destiny or goals, whatever you're trying to do. So today we're going to be talking about credit cards. And now I know everybody's going to roll their eyes and say, oh my gosh, another guy is going to tell me to cut up my credit cards. Not exactly. I am not Dave Ramsey. However, I do have a word of caution, and I just think you should hear me out, right? So here's the deal, you guys. If you have credit cards in your wallet or your purse, I have 15 of them, 13 or 16, something like that. I have a bunch of credit cards. If you are carrying a balance, so at the end of the month, if they send you a, hey, thanks so much for using our credit card and making us richer, here is your minimum monthly payment that you must pay us. If you are paying monthly minimum payments, you're doing it wrong. You are making them richer. Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and all of the big multinational conglomerates that own them, that we all complain about, that make food more expensive and housing more unaffordable, you are making them richer because you are paying 18, 20, 25 or more percent on that balance every month, and paying down the minimum monthly balance is not going to do it. So please hear me out. Please. I know I beg a lot on this channel. I beg you guys, just hear me out. Please, for the love of whatever you care about, pay off your high interest credit cards first, last, second, and now and today. In fact, I'll even give you permission. Just stop watching the video and go make a big payment on your credit card right now. Here's the reason why. No amount of investing will dig you out of high interest credit card debt. I don't believe real estate investing can do it. I know stock investing can't do it unless you have insider trading, or if you have insider information to do insider trading, which I don't have. I invest in real estate. I have stocks, and none of them perform at 20% every month return on investment. And I'm pretty sure Warren Buffett has said something like this too. At no point in time does it make sense to be paying credit card interest. It just doesn't. I don't know how to say it any better than that, you guys. There is no way you can consistently earn 20% or better. And again, 20% is just breaking even, right, with your credit card. So if you're, go look at your credit card statement. They'll tell you if you're paying 22%, 25%, whatever it is, maybe if you're lucky, 18%. There's no way to constantly and consistently over a long period of time get those same returns unless you're like Peter Lynch, Warren Buffett, Ray Dalio, right? So unless you are just the best investor in the world the history has ever seen, you're not going to do it. And you can't do it with real estate either. Your cash on cash return, your cash flow, the appreciation, all that stuff may add up to 20 or 30%, but it's so easy to just pay off your credit cards. Just do it. So now that you've heard my cautionary tale that I've told you guys, like, please just pay those off. Whatever you can do. If you got to sell blood, plasma, sell your car, whatever it is, please just pay those things off. Whew. Okay, rant over. Now, if you are one of those individuals who does pay off their card every month in full and doesn't carry a balance and doesn't pay interest, congratulations. You are winning at the game of credit cards. Yes, credit cards are amazing. They are one of the best tools I've ever seen if you can manage it correctly. If you're willing to read the fine print and understand that this tool is made available to destroy you financially or give you a little bit of a boost, depending on what you do with it, right? Eating a piece of cake is delicious. Eating the whole thing is not so great. So you got to be very careful on how you use these financial tools, right? A piece of cake is good, but shoving the whole thing in your face is bad, like paying 20% interest on your credit cards. So here's the deal, you guys. I'm sure you guys have seen, if you're, if you watch finances at all, if you have a credit card, you've probably been promoted this one already. It is the Gold Card by Robinhood. I'm not affiliated, not sponsored, anything like that. I have a Robinhood account. I have a Webull account. I have a Fidelity account. Not sponsored by any of those people. But here's the deal, you guys. I would recommend, if you can do it wisely, if you can use it appropriately, to consider getting this card. And I'll put a little link in the description or the first comment or something like that if you guys would like to help out me and the channel. If you're going to, get the card anyways after this explanation, please do that. That would be really awesome. I appreciate it. So here's the deal. It is a 3% cash back on everything card. 3% cash back on everything is actually really impressive. There's only one card that I have, and it is the City Custom Cash card that allows you 5% up to a certain amount on one category. So just to keep it simple for me, I just use it for gas. But this Robinhood Gold card is 3% on everything, which is amazing, right? Food, Grubhub, hardware stores, whatever it is that you're buying, clothing, the mall, movies, 3% cash back on anything. So I think that's a pretty sweet deal. Here's the rub. You have to be a part of some subscription service they have. I think it's called their gold membership or something like that. And it costs $5 a month. So that is kind of a bummer. I normally do not subscribe or encourage people to subscribe to anything with a reoccurring cost or an annual fee. I tell you to avoid those things at all costs. However, with this Robinhood card, there's a couple ways you can avoid that. One, by being a gold member, you will get 5% back on your money if you put it in a Robinhood account, right? So if you deposit money, they'll give you 5% back. So that is one way for you to get your $50 a month, or excuse me, not $50, $5 a month fee back. If you can generate enough interest in their bank account from them loaning out your money, because that's what all banks do, they loan out your money, they will give you 5% cash back, or 5% back on your money, APY, on your bank account if you put money in their account. That's not bad. If you decide to invest in a Roth IRA or an IRA, or if you have a 401k or any type of investing account, and you roll it over to them, they will give you a 3% match on your money. So if you deposit enough money to get 3%, boom, there you go. There's your what is it? $5 times 12, that's $60 a month, $60 a year. So if they continue that 3% match, if they're willing to continue that, or if your bank account is at 5%, obviously that'll fluctuate with the interest rates based off the federal government and what they decide to do. But there is a couple different ways to make your money back. And then of course, using the card, getting your cash back. I think I saw someone actually did the math. If you spend $6,000 in a year at 3% cash back, that'll give you your $60. So in combination with the 3% cash back on buying things that you're going to buy anyways, I'm telling you, do not buy things that you were not planning on buying just because it's 3% cash back. Don't do that. That's a bad idea. Don't do that. Even if you can pay it off in full, don't waste money just because you're getting 3%. If you're doing the 3% cash back, if you roll over an IRA or set one up and they match whatever you deposit, along with having money in the bank account, I feel like there is a strong possibility that you will come ahead on this card by paying for their gold membership. And then they also give you instant access, right, from your bank. You know how it normally takes a couple days to transfer when you want to buy a stock, so you need to transfer money. They'll do that instantly for you, which is kind of nice if you're trying to buy the dip on something. But I did read a couple articles about it. I watched a couple of YouTubers about it. Andre Jick did a YouTube video about it. So I'm here giving you my opinion. I think it is an amazing credit card if you use it wisely. If this all seems complicated and you don't want to put money in Robinhood and you don't want to roll over a 401k or start an IRA with them, if you're already getting 2% cash back, I have a Wells Fargo, my primary card, until I get this one, my Wells Fargo account is 2% cash back. No questions asked, just on everything, without any type of membership or anything else. So it's pretty nice, right? It's very simple. So if you're not using Robinhood already, if you're not trading, if you're not wanting 5% back on your money, if you're not wanting to do an IRA or anything like that, then maybe it's not worth getting the 3%, right? Because then you have to pay the $5. And if you're not interested in doing anything else with Robinhood, it may not be worth it. And it's just another thing to keep track of. And then you have another monthly fee. But I think it's interesting for the right person or people who are really trying to milk the system, get as much money as you possibly can, invest it wisely, doing all the right things with credit cards. I think the Robinhood Gold Card is actually not a terrible idea. So that's my 2 cents on that. And I'll do some more credit card reviews. If you guys are interested, feel free to give me a thumbs up or a comment if you guys want to hear more about credit cards or the credit cards I use, how I use them. The reason why, I'll just really quickly, the reason why I have 15 credit cards is not because I want to have 15 credit cards. It's because every time I buy a real estate investment, a rental property, I have outlaid a bunch of cash, right, for the down payment, whether it's 3%, 5%, 10%, 20%, whatever it is. That's a bunch of money to come out of pocket to buy this piece of property. So the last thing I want to do is come out of pocket more money to fix up the property, to do renovations, landscaping, new floors, new paint, fix things that are broken. So I immediately pull out at least 3 new credit cards that have 0% interest. This is the key. This is the key. Do not miss this part. 0% interest for at least 12 to 18 months. I will put all of my renovations and rehabs on those credit cards, kick that down the road, and when the property is stabilized and I have more money coming in, I will then pay them off in full so I don't pay any interest. But in the meantime, I pay the minimum payment just so I can kick out, I get it. It's an interest-free loan. It's a sweet deal as long as you don't abuse it. So, that's my 2 take on the Robinhood Gold Card. I think you should get it if you can use it wisely. If not, I would recommend probably the Wells Fargo 2% cashback, or I think there's a Citi double cashback card. I don't have that one yet, but I'll probably end up getting that one at some point. So thanks so much for you guys listening, looking at my shorts, liking the channel, sharing it with other people who might be interested in getting a credit card, and you're trying to talk them out of putting a brand new $10,000 TV on it or something. Please pay off your credit card in full every month. Catch you next time.